why it's an emotional, now, today, why Christians seem so emotionally committed to it. I think there are many different reasons. The worst reasons, the ones that are most depressing, are that some people just like the idea. I mean, they like the idea, and this, I think, is a small number, but nonetheless, a real number of Christians I've met who take a certain delight in the thought of belonging to a very small and exclusive set that will be able to relish an eternity of spiteful self-satisfaction at the expense of all those who didn't get into the restricted neighborhood where they live. Again, I don't think, I mean, psychologically, I'm not going to impute this to more than a small minority of Christians, but there are some like that. I had encounters, for instance, a few years ago with certain converts to a very sort of conservative traditionalist Catholicism, heavily inflected by this revived manualist Thomism that's all the rage now among Americans and other psychotics. And it was clear that they were all converts too, and it was clear that for them, having become Catholic, and Catholic of this especially unpleasant sort, was for them the same sort of achievement as someone who was born without many prospects, say in a working class family, and who worked his way up, a successful career, got into a good neighborhood, found it possible to send his children to a very exclusive school, and then didn't want to hear that there was some generous policy of admitting underprivileged youth to this school, those who hadn't gotten in through hard work of their parents, who instead were coasting on the charity of others. And to be honest, I mean, I actually had one say, what's the point of being Catholic then? As if the only reason for being a Catholic, he didn't even say what's the point of being a Christian, as if the only point of having become a Catholic and having escaped his hayseed background in the backwaters of Alabama, or whatever it was he thought he'd gotten away from, was to be able now to enjoy the privilege of belonging to the small, elite, select company that has the right story and is really going to make it to the penthouse.